Good morning, Bright Eyes. How we doing? Here, verified at campsite number 25 of Chimney Creek Campground, which is a really pretty area. A long road, you have to walk a ways up. For cars, no problem, but at least the campsites are somewhat separated and they have their own little restrooms and clusters. Outhouses, yes, I availed myself to the outhouse. Of course I did. But we're getting off to a semi-slow start here, and I can't help it because I just love living this life of luxury where you have a picnic table, cooking area, tenting area, outhouse, even trees to hang your food on. Go figure. As I said in the last episode, either it's going to be a 14 or 17 mile day. If I do the 14, that means I'm dry camping and I have to get water 3 miles before. So that's really the decision point as to whether I'm going to dry camp or push further. But the problem is I'm not getting going earlier when I should because the sun's setting earlier and also getting up later. So nothing I can do about that. It was just cold and I like to stay in my bag. But anyways, we have some good climbs today. It should be a decent day, I guess. We'll find out. We'll see how my back is holding up. I'm still using the Advil, not the Aleve, sorry, the Aleve and the Proxen combined to stave off the pain. But it seemed like this morning I felt good. I still haven't put the pack on. So, but we'll just have to see what comes along our way, all right? See you on the other side. Hello, Bright Eyes. Welcome to the near the end of the day update. We're 3 miles away from the Ridgeline campsite. Different reports say there's only one spot versus a few spots, so I'm a little concerned, but I don't know that we'll see anybody. I've tanked up here at this Spanish Needle Creek. There's 3 places where you can do it. And so now it's 1 mile down, I think, and then 2 miles up, and I'm done. But yeah, it's right now, as you can see, I've got the mask on because those gnats are really, they swarm in certain areas. But throughout the day, they'd either be kind of getting bad or they weren't there at all. And then the wind picked up and they weren't really a problem. So I think I'm going to take this mask off while I get going. And because they're not as bad when I'm moving around and going through different areas. But I keep it near me just in case it just gets so nasty like it did the end of yesterday. And it might happen. Anyways, we're in good shape to make it up to the ridgeline and then have only 14 miles tomorrow to Walker Pass. I'll tell you more about the day when we get to the end of it, all right? See you on the other side. Hello, welcome to the end of the day, and what a beautiful area. In fact, this is the ridge line where there's a 1-tent campsite. Well, there's another one. I'm using that for my cooking area, but that is where lodging has been acquired for the evening. And it's not very close to the trail, and also very significant in one way in that I noticed as I got up to the top, that's my first Joshua tree that I've seen going south. So another sign of progress, the transitions. It was great to see the Joshua tree, and we are going down to Joshua Tree Spring tomorrow morning. That's why this dry camp works well, because I can use up my water and then fill up enough to get to Walker Pass tomorrow morning. So awesome. But really, I really enjoyed today, even though the bugs were bad at times. And then the wind picked up, and that took care of them in some places. But then they'd be picking up, and they'd come at you again. But for the most part, I was able to avoid putting on the face net. But what I really liked about today was that the trail got back up to the crest of the Sierra Nevada, touched at the saddle, came back up over into another side saddle. And from there, you can look across the deep creek valley to another pass where you know the trail's going, but you have to first go all the way around this way and then down to that gap. And that gap, you could look down across another valley to this gap right here. And you can see that up there. That's the gap that just only a few hours ago I was looking at to come down here. But the mileage was so extreme because of all the going around, and PCT is pretty good about keeping the grade low. I will complain though about the footing in this valley, the Spanish Needle Valley. Both sides really crumbling away at places and gouged out or sloughing off, and you know, it's causing for a little stress, but nothing major you can't get over. And I'm here now in perfect position to make it to Walker Pass tomorrow. So very happy with that. Glad you came along. We'll see you on the other side.